Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Miles. Dion has the night off. Major developments tonight in the Lake Crystal murder case. 26-year-old James Mervyn Nibby was shot and killed in his home on August 31st. Tonight, his wife is behind bars, accused of killing him. A matter of hours ago, authorities arrested 33-year-old Jennifer Lee Nibby without incident in Mankato. We're learning more about the investigation, including some of what Jennifer Nibby kept in a journal. News 12's Stacey Steinhagen joins us live in the newsroom with the latest. Stacey. Thanks, Stacey. Now to our other top story tonight. We are learning more tonight about a big vote that is going to happen at the Mankato City Council meeting Monday night. That vote is on a resolution which calls for the resignation of Mayor John Brady. The resolution comes after Mayor Brady's arrest for DWI on August 21st. News 12's Caroline Rowland joins us now live in the studio with more on this story. Caroline. You know, big day at Vikings training camp, tons of people in town. I'm sure everyone's trying to see if Brett Favre's going to be here. Like I said, Blue Earth County and the BCA are continuing to investigate. This is the email supposedly sent out by the LeSueur County Sheriff's Office, reminding people to be aware of gang-related violence. A lot of our viewers are from the Mankato area. Yeah. How do you plan to, keep farming and agriculture strong in southern Minnesota? The name of the man who drowned at Land of Memories Park Friday evening has been identified. What type of ribs are going to be out there? I'm from St. Louis. I'm used to St. Louis ribs. But sure. It also has a full HD camcorder.
So quickly that there was nothing anybody could do.
Lightning sparks of fire in the middle of last night's storm. Today, the family picks up the pieces.
We're really lucky. I mean, we weren't hurt, so could have been a lot worse.
With power lines down, trees uprooted, and homes destroyed, the area cleans up, trying to get back to normal. But more storms could be on the way. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Miles. We'll have those stories plus sports and your forecast. Your news starts right now. We'll get to our storm coverage in just a moment, but after a round of severe weather last night, we're on alert again for more storms tonight. Mitch Keegan is in the Skywatch 12 Weather Center tonight, and Mitch, we're not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, that's right. This evening, of course, we'll keep an eye on Storm Tracker and have a much quieter 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Mitch. Power is slowly being restored from Friday's storms as thousands of residents are still without electricity. Benco Electric reported its biggest outages in the Butternut and Century areas west and southwest of Mankato. As of 2 this afternoon, they reported about 1,800 people without power. The other area with outages is in the Wells area where a transmission line is down. Benco says in a statement that they expect to get a lot done today, but probably will not get to everyone. They will be out again tomorrow. Meanwhile, Xcel Energy says as of 2 p.m. there were 1,200 people without power. Its outages are fairly widespread throughout the region. Reports say at the peak of the blackouts there were a little over 4,000 people without power. A spokesperson says crews are out now and should have all power restored by the end of the day. Both electric companies say residents should stay away from power lines and down trees. If you need assistance, they ask you to call your power company. And while damage estimates are still being totaled, one number sticks out for local authorities: 0 fatalities. 8 people, however, were injured. News 12's Michelle Padell has the latest. If you are interested in volunteering or if you have a storm damage to report, you can call 507-304-4771. A Lake Crystal couple will come home from vacation to find their home destroyed. This is what's left of the Williams home northwest of Lake Crystal. Their son Joe and his girlfriend Callie Gilman were watching the house. They both narrowly escaped injury. Callie says they spent the night sleeping in the truck to keep possible looters away. Friends, neighbors, and co-workers stopped by to help pull out the family's belongings. What's left is caked with mud and insulation. Cheryl and Brad Williams' family along 169 will be without the farm's barn tonight. Storms last night heavily damaged the old building and uprooted a number of large mature trees on the farmyard. Neighbors came to help clean up the mess. The Williams are thankful for the help and even more thankful no one got hurt. And at the junction of 169 and County Road 9, the home of Don and Donna Mann took a glancing blow from their camper, which was blown across their yard and slammed into their garage.
Just picked it up and slammed her over there.
They were trying to sell the camper. The storm damaged their garage and caused extensive damage to a shed behind their home. Family members spent the day picking up pieces of strewn debris. Well, we told you last night about a quad of townhomes that caught fire because of a lightning strike. Today, we're learning just how hard that fire was to fight. North Mankato Fire Chief Tim Pullman says crews responded to these homes on Rolling Green Lane just before 7 last night. That happened to be the same time severe weather was bearing down on the area. Chief Pullman says the hail and rain made it difficult for firefighters to communicate and see what they were doing. And the strong winds fanned the flames, forcing firefighters inside to pull out almost immediately. No one was injured in that fire. And although no one was injured, that fire has left 3 families without a place to live. But not just any 3 families, 2 sisters and their parents all share adjoining townhomes. In fact, they even had connecting doors inside. A close family whose homes were struck apart by a single bolt of lightning. News 12's Nicole Winters has that story. Not everyone was able to take cover from last night's storms. News 12's Eric Lind found one New Ulm family that was hit twice by the storm and feels fortunate because the damage was minimal. We have an update about the dairy farm just east of Cortland from last night. The Cortland Dairy Facility on the corner of Nicollet County Roads 21 and 25 is in the process of moving their remaining feed to their other farms. After several of the buildings last night were destroyed, dozens of neighbors came by with trailers to haul the cows to the dairy's other locations near Gaylord. A representative from Cortland Dairy said no workers or animals were hurt in last night's storm. In the town of Cortland, it was heavy cleanup of trees and power lines. Mayor Bob Schabert says there is more tree damage than structures. He met with city staff members at 5 a.m. to figure out where to collect debris. They chose just north of Highway 14 on the west end of town. He says it's going smoothly thanks to strangers that are helping.
It's working out very well. We got people from all over.
And to thank everyone for their efforts, the Red Cross will provide meals for storm victims and volunteers cleaning up the damage. The Red Cross will be driving throughout neighborhoods tomorrow, handing out water and other snacks. They will also have a breakfast tomorrow at the Lake Crystal Fire Hall at 8:30 a.m. and a lunch service complete with sandwiches at noon. And still to come on News 12 at 6, residents take a break from cleaning up to enjoy a bit of music. Welcome back. Despite the storms, residents came to celebrate the opening of Riverfront Park today with food, friends, and music. The free grand opening show today featured Martin Zeller and 4 other local bands. Today's concert wasn't the first to be held at the one-year-old park. The Mankato Symphony kicked off the summer concert series, which the event organizer says is something he plans to continue for years to come. People are allowed to bring their own food, beverages, blankets, and lawn chairs, but no glass containers are allowed. The event is scheduled to go until 9, weather permitting. Rib Fest will also be held this year at Riverfront Park. That's August 5th through the 8th. And in today's Melinda's Garden Moment, our garden expert Melinda Myers tells us how you can turn trash into treasure for your yard. For more information on Melinda's Garden, you can visit our website and click on the featured links. And another round of severe weather is possible tonight, but it sounds like some much better weather is headed our way. Mitch is in next with your forecast. And later in sports, soccer fans are not the United States. And Mitch joins us again with weather. He's been on all night long.
Almost all weather all the time, but we've had more showers and thunderstorms, unfortunately, moving over the same areas. Tonight's threats were mostly damp skies. I think we can all finally start to take a break, but we have to get through the rest of tonight.
And I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, I think you and everyone else.
Probably. All right. Thanks,
You
Mitch.
bet.
And a MSU men's hockey player and an incoming recruit are both taken today in the NHL entry draft. We'll have the details. Eric and guest Ted Danson. Chelsea and Mark married at Astor Courts, the expansive estate on the Hudson River owned by friends of the Clintons. Nearly 400 to 500 guests are said to have attended the ceremony. And Eric, I guess you were telling me earlier that their cake costed like 10 grand.
$11,000 is what I've been informed, just for the cake.
I think that's how much my entire
crazy.
wedding would cost.
I know.
In general.
I think so. Yeah.
Crazy. I can only imagine how much it was.
The entire wedding. I'm sure we'll get the numbers.
Exactly. We're going to have a nice night out there tonight.
Yep, it's going to be great out there tonight. A little muggy again for tomorrow. We'll see the sunshine and then storms moving in late tomorrow night and into Monday.
All right, great. Well, that is our broadcast for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow at 10.